Okay, Mrs. Harper, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, I am leaving Mr. Harper because I have reason to believe that he's been involved with other women. And we have 2 children. We've only been married 2 years.
Okay.
And I'm devastated.
All right. How old are your children?
They are 2 and 6 months.
Oh, you have little babies.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
All right. So you said you have reason to believe. What do you mean by that?
Well, we're in the pool business. My husband, soon to be ex-husband, is in the pool business. And, he's going out to these pools after they're finished. I mean, these women are in their bikinis. They're laying out, why does he need to be over there? He's saying that he's just servicing. I don't know what he's servicing.
Servicing the pool after hours?
That's a good question. So, yeah, I mean, I looked at his phone one day. I mean, it was just because I needed to check on something because I'm in the business too. I'm the secretary.
Okay.
And there's these women, these customers that are texting him. And, I mean, I can't even repeat what some of these texts
The customers that are in the swimsuits?
So they're the women of these pools that have been put in, and they're texting him long after the pools have been put in.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you seeking here today?
Well, basically, I just can't bring my children up in this kind of situation. And I basically want to leave with the children. And, he makes a lot of money. Our business makes a lot of money. But when I leave, I'm not going to have that. So I need to keep the lifestyle that my children and I have had. They go to private school, and we have a nanny. And so I need to continue that so that their lives aren't disturbed. And we live in a house, $500,000, and I need to maintain something similar so that it's not a big adjustment for any of us.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. Private school, do you all pay tuition for that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. How much is it? If you were to break it down monthly, because I know tuition sometimes isn't a monthly thing.
It's about $1,800 a month.
$1,800. What kind of private school is it?
It's a good private school.
Oh my gosh. They teaching the baby how to drive?
Well, the baby's not there yet, but he will
Well,
be.
the 2-year-old, right?
Well,
that's still a baby for $1,800.
It's a tuitional. I mean, you grow with the school. So
does the tuition payment grow too?
No.
Oh, okay. So it stays at $1,800.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once they're accepted, they're accepted.
Okay, I follow you now. So if we were to break that down monthly, that's about $150 a month. What about the nanny? How much does she cost monthly?
I mean, he pays most of the bills, so he can probably answer that better.
Okay. Have you already started looking at other homes, other apartments, or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a couple other homes in the neighborhood that I'd really like to move into. I think that would be the least disruptive to me and to the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
would you be renting out those homes?
Basically, I would like to buy one.
Okay.
So that we can maintain the same lifestyle that we've had.
Okay. If you were to buy a home, the homes that you were looking at, what are you looking at on mortgage?
About $3,000 a month.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I would think he would need to pay the majority of that.
Okay. So you want him to buy you a home, you and the children a home?
I mean, I would call it spousal support. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about any other bills that you would potentially have to pay?
So, I think he should keep paying for the nanny and the private school.
Okay.
And, I have been only working part-time. And of course, I would not want to keep working in the business with him and these customers. who are still coming around. So I would have to find a job, and that could take a really long time. So I would think he should pay everything until I find something where I can work part-time.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
Well, just don't believe his excuses about these women. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Harper?
Well, there's no excuses about any of the women. I had developed this business long before we got married.
Okay.
And we've been married a couple of years. And I've worked hard to get this business to where it is. I've got a great staff. I've got a great team of crews out there working. And one of the things that I do is I go out and I make sure the work's quality work, so I can put my name on it. Do I take care of my clients after we've put in a pool? Absolutely.
Well, your definition of taking care, is it what she's thinking?
No,
Okay.
it's I maintain contact with my clients, and they contact me if there's an issue, if they've got questions.
He maintains contact.
And I go out and I see those clients, because that tends to give me more referral business. And I'm not having to spend as much on marketing and advertising as I would if I didn't have that referral business.
Okay.
So I want to make sure I keep in contact with all those clients.
Why are these women saying that, come over, I'm going to be laying out?
They tell me whatever they want to tell me. That has nothing to do with.
So you go join them while they're laying out?
Well, I mean, if they're out by their pool, they're out by the pool. That has nothing to do with my business.
Do you join them while they're laying out?
Well, I mean, if they're out by their pool, they're out by the pool. That has nothing to do with my business.
Do you join them in the pool?
No.
Okay.
I saw a picture. One of those texts had a picture of you in the pool.
I don't.
What were you doing in the pool? You were checking the depth?
I don't remember ever seeing that picture. So now I will say this: she has imagined a lot of stuff that goes on.
She has a good imagination.
Very good.
Oh,
and
okay.
she does work part-time as the secretary, but her primary job is to take care of the kids.
Okay, so you agree with everything she said about taking care of the kids and everything like that.
And she does a fairly good job when she's there.
Oh, what does that mean?
Primarily, the nanny does all the work for taking care of the kids.
Speaking of the nanny, how much do you pay her a month?
We're actually paying her probably a little less than what we deserve, but it's probably about $1,200 a month.
Okay.
And
so you make pretty good money. How much money do you make in this pool business?
Well, I've been averaging about $280 a year.
But it could be higher?
It could be.
Or it could be lower?
It depends on the market.
Okay.
He's not even being truthful about that. He makes over 300.
He makes over 300? Okay. Is that true, Mr. Harper?
No, that's not true.
So where did she get that from?
Well, I mean, it's her lifestyle. I mean, she likes going out with her girlfriends and having her lunches and having her, her spa days and
therapy sessions.
She I pay
You
for.
call your spa days therapy sessions?
No, I'm going to therapy because of what he's putting me through.
Oh, okay. You sure it's not what your imagination is putting you through?
I imagine
because he said you are imagining all of this.
I imagine he was a good guy too a couple of years ago when I said I do. So yeah, only in that do I have a good imagination.
Oh, okay.
So not only do I maintain the house and maintain the bills and take care of all that, I also have the kids on my insurance, her on my insurance.
How much is the insurance for just the children?
$309.
$309, okay.
Yeah. And, that's important to me. I want the kids to be safe. I want the kids to be brought up in a good, wholesome environment.
Wholesome.
And she,
You're not
she
even
gives
home
everything
at
off to the
night.
nanny.
Ma'am, let him speak. I gave you an opportunity to speak. He did not interrupt you while you were speaking. I promise I will get back to you. Continue, Mr. Harper.
She doesn't, she pretty much hands everything off to the nanny and requires the nanny to take care of all that. She's got a pretty cozy lifestyle. We've got a nice house. I'd like to keep the kids with me,
No.
and make sure they're taken care of because she's too busy taking care of herself.
All right.
And
But your work schedule, would that permit you to have the children on a
it would be
full-time basis?
difficult, but I would see it made sure it happened.
So wouldn't it be in the best interest of the children for them to just stay with mom like they've always been doing?
Well, if mom would stay with them, yeah, I would agree with that. But it's like I said, it's primarily the nanny.
But you're paying for the nanny, so it would be the same difference if you were to have them. Well, no, they would be with the nanny more if they were with you.
Possibly.
So you could potentially be paying the nanny more
Yeah.
if the children were with you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good for them. I don't think that's good for them. Ms. Harper, I have a couple of questions for you. What is your educational background, if any?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very proud to say that I got my GED.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you were going to say something else when I asked you not to interrupt him.
Oh, well, I mean, so he's saying he wants them to have a wholesome lifestyle. Like, give me a break. What's wholesome about going to these women's houses? When he could be at home at night. So it's not always during the day. He's not home a lot
I'm
at
not
night.
at women's houses every night or anything like
But
that.
some nights, huh?
No, not even some nights. Occasionally it happens. And their family is there as well.
So your customers call you at night for pool maintenance?
No, they'll call me at night.
Is that what you're telling me here today?
No, they'll call me at night to ask me questions about referrals, about maintaining the pool, things like that.
At night?
Sure. Usually when I go over at night, their families are there too.
How late are we talking at night?
Oh, 9 o'clock.
Okay. That's not too late.
We would be at home. We'd be reading to the kids, playing with the kids, putting them to bed.
Should have fixed dinner, but yeah.
Ooh, so you don't cook?
Well, I mean, we have somebody for that.
Oh, so you all have a chef too?
Well, we usually have food brought in, either I come home with dinner or pick something up but yeah, kitchen, no, that's for snacks.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what I am going to do. I definitely think that your wife has grounds. She's eligible to receive some sort of spousal maintenance, especially if she no longer wishes to remain in the home with you. Had she wished to remain in the home, this would probably be a different type of situation. She may still be entitled to some spousal maintenance, just probably not as much. So what I'm going to do is to order you pay spousal maintenance to your wife. And it's not going to be anything that's, forever, ma'am. I just want you to understand that. It will definitely be a temporary situation, at least to get you on your feet so you can look for a job, find suitable living arrangements for the children and everything like that. So first, let's start with child support. You said your yearly income is about $280,000 a year. So that would put you, even if it's at $300,000, ma'am, in Texas, he caps. So his gross would be based on $12,325.35, which would make his net resources $9,200. Now, sir, are these the only two children you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So $9,200.
Supposedly.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. We can review that at a later date, but as of today, that has nothing to do with me. So when we look at your income, that brings your net resources to about $8,891. You have two children. So if we multiply that by 25%, that brings your child support amount to $2,222.75. Now, your wife testified, and you really didn't disagree with her, that you testified about the nanny costing $1,200 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. The private school is $1,800 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. Wife also testified that the mortgage potentially for the next home will be about $3,000. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that because, ma'am, you will be working and you should be able to maintain something. I'm not going to have him just 100% take care of you. Spousal maintenance is to assist. It's not to help you, just live off of him for a long time. So spousal maintenance is going to be in the amount of $4,500. I gave you a credit for that $309 with the health insurance. So that brings your monthly obligation for child support and spousal maintenance to $6,800 a month, which I believe is pretty fair. I mean, you've been maintaining the nanny, you've been maintaining the private school. Nothing should change when it comes to the children. But as far as you're concerned, I do believe that part of that responsibility should be yours in terms of paying the mortgage. And I just want to reiterate, this is only temporary. So you start working, you make decent living. The children, for whatever reason, are no longer in private school, or the nanny is for whatever reason removed. He can come back and petition the court and ask for something different. And there's a high likelihood his payment of spousal support to you may be removed. So I just want to make sure I'm clear about that.
So what if it takes me a year to get a job?
Well,
Probably take her longer than that.
I hope it wouldn't take you years, ma'am. At that point, you're just being spoiled, must I say. It should not take you years to find a job. If it takes you years to find a job, that means you are intentionally not actively looking for a job. And if he comes back in here and that is the case, I will surely make sure that he stops paying you spousal maintenance. Okay? Is there anything further?
No.
You have any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Johnson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Just bringing her to court today to try to increase my child support. We have 3 kids together.
2.
Well,
You have a kid, and we have 2.
I forgot she never claimed my other one, so we have 2 kids together. She's a realtor. I'm a school teacher. She
Little
makes
teacher.
quite a bit of
Ma'am,
money.
could you please let him finish before you
I'm sorry.
keep interrupting him?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let her finish.
I can promise you I will get to you as soon as I'm done with him, okay?
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, no problem.
Just like you could get to.
Your Honor, I am sorry.
Back to you.
It's
I'm sorry,
okay.
Your
Go ahead.
Honor. Don't make me upset.
Please
like I-
don't get upset. Let's focus on the facts and the children.
All right, I'm bringing her to court today to try to increase my child support. We have 2 kids together, as I stated before I was interrupted. She makes quite a bit of money. I'm a school teacher. I only make $50,000. Kids on my insurance.
How much is your insurance?
My insurance is $500 a month.
All right. And it's you and the 3 children on there?
Correct. And I just need a little help. She helps everybody else, but she doesn't help the kids like she should. The 2 kids that we do have together, struggling in school, they're falling behind. I just feel like the amount of money that she pays for all the luxury stuff she has, the Louis V bag, she should put that money towards tutoring for our children. I see her looking at me. She know everything I'm saying is accurate, so it is what it is. Any assistance I can get is greatly appreciated.
And you say you want to increase child
Increase,
support.
yeah.
How much money are you getting right now from her?
$450, and I feel like I
$450?
don't know how she finessed the system like that to, yes, y'all may need to look into that too.
You so mad that you
The
broke.
PP
Ooh, ma'am, don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
didn't tell him to be a little teacher. That was on him.
Listen.
I'm a
I done
hustler.
tell you to
Listen.
sell the little houses you sell either.
Little
Ooh.
houses?
Little houses.
But you taking me to child support court. Oh, okay.
'Cause I need your little, I'm not ashamed to say I need your little money.
Okay, go ahead.
It is what it is.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I got choked up.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that
I'm
you got
sorry.
your little
I'm sorry I ain't
job
got
and you
in-
need my
in a
little
relationship
money.
with you, Honor.
I've been told you couldn't handle me. You couldn't handle somebody like me. But you kept at
I
it.
won't
You
want
knew
to.
who I was.
I didn't get my
You
first
knew
gray hair
who
until I met
was.
you, though.
You knew who I was. You're a whole teacher
wanna
and you're
forget who
asking
you
for
was.
tutoring for our children?
Yes, that's what they need, don't they? So they can provide
Okay.
their kids with all of this
Okay.
luxury.
Did y'all want me to
Look
step out?
Look how fly she is. I had to go to Ross before I came here and buy this little old get up. Look at her.
Did y'all need me to
goodness.
leave while you all finish this?
You
No,
gotta leave.
I'm
'Cause I need
sorry.
some help.
I'm
I know if
sorry.
you leave, you might not come back. It's a long
You're
day.
absolutely
So,
right.
But
I'ma
he's
let
been
you
throwing
finish.
daggers since he got in here. I ain't
let
say
you-
nothing to you. You so mad. It's okay.
I'm gonna hit the mannequin challenge on her right now. Just be quiet.
All right.
Is there anything further before I move over to her?
Nope.
Now, ma'am,
Yes.
first off, don't call him a little teacher. That's not nice. Don't do that. That is not nice. He is a teacher.
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't be sorry.
sorry.
Just don't do it. All right.
I won't do it. All
Now, what is it you want me to know?
Your Honor, look, I am just trying to make a living. You know what I'm saying? We all have different paths. He chose to be a teacher. I chose to be a real estate agent. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And I just be getting slack from him because I'm in real estate, you know?
Do y'all
Like,
not
I
get
do-
along?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
The
Okay.
truth.
First of all, all this
No,
that she-
excuse me. Wait a minute. Wait a
all
minute.
this that
She
forgot
said
that.
that she was going to give each one of our turns to talk, right?
You
already
interrupted
said-
You
said
did
the whole
interrupt him a
time.
couple of times, though.
Okay.
I'm
So
just saying, all
he
I'm
was
saying
due to
is
give you
because
one.
Okay.
your ex that y'all used to
Okay.
flip houses, he let you keep them, and that's how your business started. So if you go keep it all the way 100, okay.
What did I do? I used what I had, right?
Not for
to
tutoring.
level up.
Not for
to level
tutoring.
up.
Not
to
for
level
tutoring.
up. To level
Not
up.
for tutoring.
Okay, so you're mad.
I am mad.
Your Honor,
My
the
kids can't
reaction-
spell.
Sir.
My
Sir,
son in the 7th grade counting on his fingers. That's
Sir,
embarrassing.
But they live with you. You go to work from 9 to 5.
Well, how about
My
you
schedule
help?
is flexible.
You can
so
help.
with that extra time,
Mr.
what
Johnson.
should you be doing?
Mr. Johnson.
You should be helping our children, right?
Mr.
You
Johnson.
should be helping our children,
you-
right?
You said you were going to do the mannequin challenge, right?
Sorry.
So no loud outbursts. Don't be so mad. You're here today for me to help you, right?
Correct.
So you can't get in your feelings and be distracted from what it is that you want.
Catch flights.
Can you
Okay.
Not feelings. Catch flights. Not feelings.
Okay, now
Don't catch these
Catch
hens.
flights. not
Continue.
feelings. Okay, so Your Honor, basically he's upset because him and I are no longer together.
I don't say it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise.
That is the real
Don't
you
say
reason.
I'm
still
upset.
like her?
Yes.
No.
It's okay.
I need the money, the
It's
financial
okay.
support.
Oh,
You
okay.
can like
He need the
me.
money.
I don't even like
We
the
got
houses. I don't even like
history.
the
You
houses
can-
she sell. They fall apart.
It doesn't
Oh.
matter.
Period, they fall
It doesn't
apart.
matter. But you got me here for my money.
Ma'am, are
You
The
you,
did.
falling apart houses is what's gonna make you money, right?
ma'am, are you selling lemon homes?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Thank
I am
you.
a flipper.
What is a flipper exactly?
So basically, what you do is you purchase a home, and you fix it up and you sell it.
That sounds like a nice little income.
Correct.
Right? How much are you making?
I'm making $150,000 a
Okay.
year.
All right.
First of all, the inspector, everybody for these houses, our family members. So they say it looks good.
Oh
People move
my
in.
goodness, really? But what
My
are you
bad.
and the kids stay in? You stay in one of my flipped houses, right? Right.
Y'all stay in the flipper?
Right?
We stay in the flip.
Thank you.
Oh.
What's the problem?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that's not a
I can't
legitimate.
afford
you-
that, so I gotta stay in the
Right,
flip.
right.
That's not a legitimate
I gotta stay.
argument
So
then, sir. If
mad.
you're
You
if
so
you and the
mad.
children are staying in the home, you can't try to use it. What you say, throw a dagger? You can't throw a dagger at her
Yes.
if you and the children are living in one of these, as you call it, houses that are falling apart. That doesn't say much about you, does it?
And when we were together, Your Honor, I asked him if he wanted to get on game. He didn't. So now
I don't
he's
want to
upset.
do the
He should've
illegal
taken
business that they
the
do.
opportunity.
Tell them about the fake PPP loans y'all be doing and all that.
Oh, word.
Yeah, we gonna,
Word. Is
I
this
figure
what we
if I
doing?
can't get child
Is this
support,
what we're doing?
I'm gonna get 100%
Is this
custody.
what we're
Yes, we are.
doing?
What
Oh,
all the
okay,
PPP loans you got? She said
Your
food
Honor,
stamps, Your
I didn't
Honor.
get no PPP loan.
Yes, tell
no,
about
I
the
did
food
not.
stamps she's selling on the side though.
Word.
Tell them about that.
Word.
Yeah.
Then you
yeah.
just, do I need to bust out the text
Nah,
message?
I
'Cause you
know
just
I got
asked- you
some
just
because the kids
asked.
gotta
Oh,
eat.
okay.
The kids gotta
Okay.
eat. So I did.
Wait a minute, sir. That's the second time you tried to put shame on her for selling food stamps and, you know, what you call rundown homes or lemon homes. And here it is, you're asking her for
Pathetic.
the assistance and you're living in one of the houses that she flipped. So what does that say about you?
That he a broke
That I-
little teacher. That's what
Okay,
it
well,
says.
this, you know what
on,
we're going to
Judge.
do?
Come on, Judge.
This is not going anywhere. It's not going to get any better if you all keep going forward. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and order the child support. Now, what he said is true in terms of the child always
It's
being with him.
nothing.
It ain't funny,
It's nothing.
but it's real.
The minute that I flip one house is nothing. That's chump change.
I'm getting ready to flip over this bench if you all don't pay attention to what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
So the children live with you primarily,
Yes.
In my flipped house.
$150,000 per year.
Correct.
All right, 2 kids. That brings your gross to $12,500. Now, I hope you weren't anticipating receiving all of that $150,000 for or her child
Honestly,
support to
if she
be
could just
based
pay
on
for
that?
the tutoring for the kids. I don't want my kids to be dumb. I want my kids to live the life that she lived. Traveling and
I
all
want
that.
my children to live the life that I
Go
live.
pay for them to go to tutoring.
No, how about, Your Honor?
This is what this is.
Your Honor's talking.
Hold on.
So you
Excuse me. This is what we're going to do. Your gross is going to be, of that 150,000, it's going to be $12,500. She's actually capped. So in Texas, her
Everything she said was cap. Okay.
okay. I don't know what that means,
Like them
but
caps in your mouth.
I'm going to go ahead. Silver caps.
No, he got the white ones. I paid for them to be removed, and now he got the white ones. Tell Your Honor that.
Well, moving
Tell Your Honor
right
that.
along,
Moving
her
right
net
along.
resources, they come out to $9,200 because she's capped based on her income. That brings her child support obligation to $2,300 per month. Reimbursing you for the health insurance that you carry for the children every month is $255, bringing your monthly child support to $2,550.
Okay.
God don't like
no,
ugly.
excuse
God
me.
don't
Wait a
like
minute.
ugly.
I
That's
don't
what you
get
get.
paid monthly.
Oh,
It's according to how my houses are flipped. So if I go a month without flipping a house, what? Why did you do
You
this?
better
No,
turn some
no,
more
no,
flips.
wait a
You
minute,
better
wait a
flip.
minute.
You better turn some
Excuse me.
flips.
I went off what
DGs and
you
that.
said, Your Honor. I make about $150,000. Did you say that?
I did say that.
Right,
Your Honor.
right.
I
You
but-
did say that. So
The cap,
that's what I
the cap.
based
Shut
it
up.
on.
Shut up.
Therefore, that's what your child support amount is going to be, $2,550. So I hope you can flip enough houses to make that flip some more for these children. Is there anything further, ma'am?
Yes, can I just ask a question? As far as
Sure.
the tutoring, what if I take my children to tutoring?
What?
You can take them in a car.
If I take them to tutoring, can that reduce that? 'Cause
Yeah, I
that's-
don't want her around
that-
me.
No, I didn't say you.
To
I
answer-
said my children.
the-
You said that your concern
Did you
was
ask
them
me
being-
a question or did you ask him the question?
Okay.
Oh, okay. To answer your question, no.
Yes.
It does not. It has no impact on that whatsoever. Transporting your children to tutoring is called parenting.
All right.
Is there anything further?
Can I go?
Oh, sure. As soon as I dismiss you. Is there anything further, sir?
I just want to say,
No.
Yana, God has blessed me in ways that I
All
couldn't
right,
imagine.
so now you're
I
going to bring God in this.
I just appreciate
Ooh,
you
so
for
hypocrite.
understanding
Ooh, you
my
are such a
frustration and my pain.
hypocrite.
And oh,
Well,
yeah,
I didn't make a
hope that-
ruling based on your frustration and your pain. I made a ruling based on what the law said I can do with what's in the best interest of these
Oh,
children.
broke little
And if there's
teacher.
nothing further, you both are dismissed.
Me and my little teacher money
Yes,
about
you was
to
a little teacher.
walk out with this $2,000 though.
Mr. Eugene, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even know why I'm here. She wants an increase in child support, and I've been keeping our son for the past 3 years,
All right, so that's why you're here.
I guess.
You've been keeping your son for the past 3 years. Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
So that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
She wants an increase.
He lived with you. I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how old is your son?
10?
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Health insurance.
Yes, Your Honor.
You mind if I move over to her
Please,
really
please.
quick? Because I need to make sense of why she filed this in court asking for an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive, and
All right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children, and it is expensive.
yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him
Yes, now he does, yes.
now, as in 3 years ago?
3 years.
That's not now. No, it's not. 3 years he's been living with him.
Yes.
So you want an increase in child support
Yes.
to do what exactly?
To help my son, to buy things for my son.
Right. You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400,000.
400 what? You came here to waste my time.
I make $40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No,
So why are you here?
just for my son, of course.
Right, but you're maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think he
He
should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. Under your original court order, Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with,
Yes.
not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more
Yes.
while your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
But
Maybe once a month. Maybe,
Oh, I see him more often than that. No,
maybe once a month.
I see him more often than that.
what's more often than that?
Well, once a week, maybe. When I have my business all day, and then I do extra catering in the evenings, and so I'm just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not, then I do go visit with my son. No,
How many other children do you have that are under the age of 18?
I don't have any other children.
Okay. Keep talking, I'm listening. I'm just taking down some notes.
I've said my piece. I want an increase in the child support.
Who pays health insurance?
I do. Your
How
Honor.
much is it?
I do. Your
How
Honor.
much is it?
200.
Is that for your son only, or that includes you?
That's just my son. I think what this started from is she may be a little upset. I'm dating her sister.
Why didn't you lead with that?
I don't know. I probably should have left with that, but
You probably should have.
I think it's some resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe. Could be. I
There are
guess.
plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
That is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a good point.
mean,
You see why she's upset.
I'm a music teacher. She plays the clarinet
Oh, okay.
really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together.
Yeah, exactly. you
Oh,
know,
okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together? That's the question.
For
Or-
that's
yeah,
that's
a
not to
long
be discussed today.
You brought it up.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
okay, look. You know
Yeah,
what
you
it
know
is.
what it is.
And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
that's all I'm saying.
Mr.
It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Mr.
She-
Eugene,
she-
I understand why she a little sour though.
Some things just
Her
happen.
sister?
Things just happen. You
Y'all
wasn't
just
there.
didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr.
Build my
Eugene,
business.
ma'am, excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes. That's not what happened.
Yeah,
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
kind of did. It was like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet.
I was working, trying to give us a nice life.
Why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the one that took him, and then
I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
It ain't deep.
it is
did
definitely
wrong.
deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop dad's child support. His child support should stop. You voluntarily relinquish the child to him. So that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that dad stop paying child support. I'm
only
going
fair.
to deny your request for an increase. Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, you're capped, right? In
so
Texas,
I'm
we
gonna
have
be
a cap.
paying him money
Yes,
while he's over there with my sister.
pretty much, yes.
And our son. Our son.
Okay, Mr.
need
Eugene,
to stop.
Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already
am his
bad enough.
mother.
Don't
Be
do
there.
I'm trying to be there.
As I was saying, he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going to bring your child support obligation to $1,840. Now, he also testified that he pays health insurance for your son. If you can get private health insurance, you do not have to reimburse him. But until that happens, you're going to be reimbursing him that $200. That brings your monthly obligation to $2,040 a month.
That's more than he was paying me.
He makes $40,000 a year, and as you can see, he likes music, okay? So
He likes people that play music.
right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just
her.
going to
Okay.
move forward, and then that's what your child support amount is going to be to him. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice.
You're very welcome. Although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
I'm sorry.
You smile like he's proud of it.
Well-
I'm not proud. She plays the clarinet with it really
You
well.
stop with the clarinet. I
All
don't care
right,
about the
well,
clarinet.
you know what? I don't want to hear any more music today. You both are dismissed. All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay,
So
all right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
they're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So it looks like you were here, back when
Don't
you were
look at
here,
me
they
like
had
that.
excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Focus.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
He gets
first
my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and
I
had
did.
the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay. I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support. But we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh,
You know what?
And then-
You talking about you?
God
there.
don't like
maybe
ugly.
you know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No, it ain't
Things
the
happen
weather,
in
it's
court.
her. And
Well,
that
no,
evil
the weather
spirit
is bad
that she got.
outside.
You know what? Talk to the
Okay.
judge. Don't direct none over him.
Okay, what she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me only.
I got
All
you,
right,
Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right? So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works,
She hasn't been paying.
all right?
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
yeah,
right.
He got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No.
That's how she
is
got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh,
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not going to be petty. So, you are seeking to put mom on child support.
I am.
All right, and health insurance. Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right, congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
And maybe a manager at the McDonald's. So I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay.
Just can't cover that many. So.
All right. So the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right. So at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her accountable.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, Miss Daniels.
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand it, right?
I do, Judge.
All right.
But
so
I should be
let's
pretty for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Okay, Judge. Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
The fact
and quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You
He did.
didn't. I dismissed
I had
it.
an opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest
Can I
you
swallow?
at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough, Ms. Daniels, continue, please.
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for not showing up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up. You know.
Oh,
I
let's
wasn't
talk
getting
about
nothing
this
from him.
come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life, Judge.
All right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Clough,
I know.
Mr. Clough. We don't know, let's hear her side of the story because I'm pretty sure she's gonna say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had
You know.
6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough, again,
federalists don't take
I'm
it. I
not,
put it on
excuse me,
seats.
Miss Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you wanna pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't wanna take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again,
Yes.
continue.
So, like I said,
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry,
He said no more outbursts.
I was coughing. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between,
When are you gonna answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me. Because, sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500, or I can have a promotion that's $50,000 plus. So,
Ms. Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question.
Judge, I have a simple answer.
On average,
On average.
how much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000.
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with
Oh
you.
my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer or are you self-employed?
I
What do
am
we do?
self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing. You said the world.
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no. Excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support.
They're getting
You
hot up
said
in
they
here.
were with you. Excuse me.
It's hot. I'm
What
sorry.
are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She
in
trying
here.
to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. About to make these numbers go BBL. Okay.
Judge,
So
Judge, can I speak briefly?
briefly, make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was
that.
it?
Told
How
you.
much was it?
I mean, you know, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the booties, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35, $40.
$1,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh
though.
yeah.
I
Let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers.
but I didn't pay
You are about
that.
to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5 that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay.
They're grown.
So just the 5 children, right?
Just
All right. So
5 children,
5
yeah.
children. That is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Shauna.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
well,
no.
I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So $6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor? Or?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Judge, it just depends. I would.
She
say,
just
though,
answered my
it-
question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
How
great,
she's
monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus
I can give you that.
plus
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
I got it. Can the kids stay with him now?
That's
I got
right.
The
stuff to
kids
do.
will continue to live with him because
That's
that's
good.
who they live with, and obviously
They can stay.
you care more about a BBL than them.
That's
Right.
not true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No, next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
gravy.
further? All right. Is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are going to stay with him, and you guys are going to work that out at
Judge,
a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you going to get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago. A good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him, she abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course I'm gonna say yes, you know. At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know,
I do see him.
and
I'll get to you shortly.
And
okay.
he
Sorry,
comes
Your Honor.
around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a one-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are his words. He can't stay. And Julian, he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff. I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. For Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, you know, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can after your mother is done.
Okay, sorry, Mom.
And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. Anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are. And then the finances, you know, I mean, so I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Wait, so she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
All right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh,
because
you couldn't get him
I
under.
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
So you just want one to pay child support, and you have the opportunity to get health insurance.
Well, according to them, health insurance, because I'm paying out of pocket these last 3 years, and I understood that they wouldn't even qualify him for Medicaid because, according to them, he's got medical coverage. But I don't know where that medical coverage is. I've
Under
been paying it.
mom.
The mom or him or somebody's got him covered, but I don't have the information that I need to go take him to the doctor.
I understand. I follow you. Well, is there anything else you want me to know? Because there is some information I need, and you just don't have it, and hopefully Mr. Campos has it. Is there anything else you want me to know, or can I move over to him?
Yeah, I just want to know. I mean, like I tell you, he plays dumb, but I just can't believe that he's let me come out of pocket. You know, when Grandpa was around, it was easier. We could pay these things, but now it's serious that I can't even get him for a common cold without having to Uber almost 20. I mean, Uber doesn't pay anything, and my pension doesn't take care of it.
So let's move over to Mr. Compost. I'm not going to call you by your first name, Mr. Compost. So is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves?
Okay. And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? The weekend when you pick him
Well,
up, or when you up and go with
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town. You know, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there. And I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you? It's not serving Julian.
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently.
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me out.
fair to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I may
you're
have.
letting your mom take your son to the doctor, and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this is this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever. I had no idea until I tried to file for these services that they said that Julian was getting child support. And I have told him, hey, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well, this is going on, that's going on. Even for physical, for him to play the T-ball. And
so you're paying
out right now.
She's literally paying out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs. And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
okay,
it would help.
You just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. I don't know how many tips are needed.
Your dad got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the last 3 years.
Why does that matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. If it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compost. No.
Okay,
You
sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her dearly.
Well, I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were going to have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house? How many bedrooms we're talking?
maybe 100 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom, half closet. It's not as big as she's saying. It's
My apartment is 800 square
And
feet.
you're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's really not.
How big is this house? How many
It's
bedrooms?
in the nice houses in Plano. So you can imagine, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom both do this promoting thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
they can
But
do
she
it
just
from
took
everywhere.
off.
So they're
I no longer see
but
her.
she was making good money like he makes. I don't know to the penny what he makes, but they were living very comfortably. But he started this since Julian was born, the free babysitting. That a grandmother that loves her kids shouldn't have to be paid and this and that. I never asked him for a dime. I didn't need to. But since becoming a widow, it's become critical.
All right, Mr. Compost, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano
Well, then that's where all the
and
money.
club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the
child
house.
support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying.
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1,000, and that's in that
Just
40.
a grand?
You know how much that would have
everybody
helped?
does not receive just $1,000.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Well, and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compost, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, rent a month is about $1,500.
So $1,500 in rent. What's your other expenses look
Your
like?
Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and as families talk, and we're going to try to pay off the house early, and we're going to try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute. You closed on this house.
Oh, yeah.
I may
Okay,
have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as it was a heartbreaking. I don't
So
want to
it's
go
a deed
into
in
it
that
as much
folder
as
over there you have a deed.
a deed.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just
so you own the Ms. Compost. You own the home.
It's-
Do not come in here and waste my time.
the details have just been foggy since.
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work
Mm-hmm.
on me. I was not born yesterday. All right. So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000. We're gonna send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this. That's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. Mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now, I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000. All right? You said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right. So your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many? Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right. So 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you receive from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known that I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian. And I
Yeah.
would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I again didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay,
you
I
know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't. Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your
I
Honor.
just
Do better.
noticed. I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion. And he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, you know. And I knew that his mortgage was not $500 because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the
Mr.
home.
Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And
just
I
for her
need
to
you to
mention.
do better. How about that?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, but that's kind of heartbreaking. That is. You can only imagine the memories that are gone, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I need you to do better. And until then, I need you to keep working so your mom can get the $656.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further,
No, ma'am.
Mrs. Compost? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.